Hello. So, as a sort of a follow-up piece on the previous video where I drove to and from Fully Charged Live, I just thought I'd say how much it cost for the whole journey, because I didn't mention that. So I was talking about the range on the GOM and everything, but not the actual cost, and that's obviously quite an important thing. And that's one of the best things really about having an EV. One of the comments I had on YouTube on another video about the one about Ionity failing the second time was just how much of a faff having an EV is when you have to worry about charging. And I realised that I've been pretty negative really in some of my videos, and a lot of YouTubers are quite negative because I think we all just assume that everyone knows how good EVs are, and perhaps we're not always the evangelical types we should be. So I just thought I would say really how much it cost, and it'll just be a short video. But anyway, I'm with Bulb, and I know they're not the cheapest energy provider in the UK. I think a lot of people use, I believe it's Octopus. But Bulb are pretty good. I've been with them for ages and I like them, so I've stuck with them for the moment. And their overnight rate, which is sort of off-peak time, that's from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. That's 7.91 pence per unit, per kilowatt, isn't it? So that means to charge a 64 kilowatt battery like the one in the e-Niro is £5.06. And that gets you, well, however many miles you tend to drive, but for me on the motorway it ended up being 243 miles, didn't it? If you do around town, then you get anything up to sort of 320 miles. So you can see that's very cheap. And I was quite fortunate that I did have to charge electricity, but it was free. So I added quite a few miles, didn't I? I should know really. I added quite a few miles with that, and it was free, so that was great. And then I had the Dart charge, so that's the Dartford crossing, back and forth, and that was £4. So the whole journey for me back and forth cost £9.06. That's rather good, really, for so a total of 274 miles. If you take out the Dart charge cost of that, 274 divided by £5.06, you're looking at about, well, less than 2 pence per mile, which is pretty amazing. Even if you factored in the cost for electricity, even if I did have to pay for that, it's still not very much money at all. So that's pretty great, and I appreciate that there's all of the. Not everyone has a driveway. Not everyone can plug in at home, and I know that. And I will do another video about that, about trying to go through all the different charging costs. But for those that can, it's an extremely cheap way of travelling. And then when you factor in, I mean, if you have a Tesla and you've got autopilot, or even the e-Niro and its kind of smart cruise control, it's a very relaxing, very cheap, very smooth, very quiet way of driving. But I'll go through all this in another video in more detail. But for now, 7.91 pence for charging the car per kilowatt. If you want to take advantage of that and join up with Bulb, and I'm not saying they're the best, I think Octopus is supposed to be the best, but if you did want to go with Bulb, I do have a referral link, which I'm going to flash at the bottom of the screen like a cheesy game show. If you click that link before the 18th of June, you'll get £75, and I'll get £75 off the Bulb bill. So if you do it, that's fantastic, and thank you very much in advance. If you decide to go with another provider, look at Octopus, and there's a very good video from EVM where he goes through all this sort of stuff, and Octopus do turn out to be the best. But if you, I don't want to say if you want to support the channel, because I sound like a right idiot. If you want to support the channel, then click that link and I'll get £75 and I will be eternally grateful. Thank you very much for watching, and subscribe and all the rest of it, and thanks a lot. Bye for now.